John F. Kennedy, a leader who navigated some truly turbulent times, once said, "Change is the law of life, and those who only look to the past and the present are certain to miss the future." Powerful words, right? And yet, why does the very idea of change feel like we've just been asked to walk across a rickety bridge over a canyon? Why do we instinctively tense up, even when we intellectually know that change can be a good thing? Well, it boils down to this. We humans are wired to crave control, especially over what we already know. The bigger the shift, the more it feels like something is being done to us rather than for us. It's like suddenly being asked to drive on the opposite side of the road in a foreign country. Even if the destination is amazing, the journey feels unsettling. See, we're creatures of habit. Our brains love routine. We might intellectually grasp that change is the engine of progress in business, leading to exciting new possibilities and growth. And then, the little voice of doubt whispers about the potential for new problems, new headaches, new things to learn. It's like knowing that you need to upgrade your phone for better features, but you dread the process of transferring all of your data and learning to a new operating system. Think about it. When an organization announces a big change, what's the immediate reaction? Even if the stated goal is positive, our minds often jump straight to the what ifs. What if I don't adapt? What if my role changes in a way that I don't like? What if this makes things harder? It's that fear of the unknown that grips us. On the other hand, sticking with the old way, even if it's not perfect, feels comfortable and predictable. We know the pitfalls, and we've usually figured out how to navigate them. This, as the brilliant Daniel Kahneman explains in his groundbreaking book, Thinking Fast and Slow, is largely due to something called loss aversion. We feel the pain of losing what we already possess far more acutely than the pleasure of a potential gain. It's like being more upset about losing $10 than being happy about finding $10. Kahneman delves into two systems of thinking. System 1 is our fast, intuitive, and emotional mode, the one that jumps to conclusions without much conscious effort. System 2 is our slower, more deliberate and logical mode, the one that kicks in when we need to solve complex problems, hence the title Thinking Fast and Slow. He illustrates this beautifully with the classic baseball bat and ball riddle. A baseball bat and a ball cost $1.10 in total. The bat costs $1 more than the ball. How much does the ball cost? If your initial gut reaction was 10 cents, you've just experienced System 1 in action. It feels right, doesn't it? However, if you engage System 2 and actually do the math, you realize that the ball costs 5 cents. If the bat costs $1 more, that makes it $1.05, totaling $1.10. Our brains, in their quest for efficiency, often default to System 1, taking the path of least resistance. This mental shortcut, while often helpful, can make us inherently resistant to change, which requires us to engage the more energy-intensive System 2. It's like our brain is constantly trying to conserve battery power. However, even with this ingrained resistance, we all know deep down that change is a fundamental part of progress. Individually, change pushes us to learn new things, expand our horizon, and achieve a sense of professional growth. Think about learning a new software, or taking on a challenging project. It might be uncomfortable at first, but the sense of accomplishment afterwards is significant. And for organizations, change is the lifeblood of staying competitive. Just look at Netflix. They started by mailing DVDs. Then they disrupted their own business by moving to streaming. And now, they're constantly evolving their content and their business model to stay ahead in a rapidly changing entertainment landscape. If they had clung on to their original model, they would likely be a footnote in business history. But here's the million-dollar question. If we know that change is so vital, how do we actually initiate it effectively when faced with this natural human resistance? Well, let's turn to the wisdom of Chip and Dan Heath, the insightful authors of the book Switch: How to Change Things When Change is Hard. They offer a powerful framework stating that there are 3 driving forces behind behavioral change: the rational side, the emotional side, and the environment in which change is supposed to happen. They use a brilliant analogy. Imagine your brain as a rational rider trying to steer a massive and sometimes stubborn emotional elephant. The path represents the environment in which this rider and the elephant are trying to move. Understanding these 3 elements is key to navigating the bumpy road of change. So, how do we influence the rider, the elephant, and the path? Chip and Dan provide 3 key strategies. First, focus on one specific critical aspect of the change, so that the rider doesn't have to decide. What they mean is clarity is your superpower. Ambiguity breeds resistance. If the steps to achieve the change are hazy or overwhelming, the rational rider in our brain gets bogged down in analysis paralysis. It's like being given vague directions versus precise turn-by-turn instructions. Think about a company implementing a new customer relationship management system. If the rollout is just a general announcement with a link to a complex manual, employees will likely feel lost and resistant. However, if the company breaks it down into clear, actionable steps. Step 1, update your contact information in this specific format by Friday. Step 2, attend this 30-minute training session on using the lead tracking features. The rider has a clear path to follow. Big, daunting goals need to be broken down into smaller, achievable micro wins, providing a sense of progress and momentum. Second, get the elephant moving with a powerful emotion. This isn't about spreadsheets or pie charts. While data is important for the rider, it's emotion that truly motivates the elephant. You need to tap into something that resonates deeply and creates a sense of urgency or inspiration. Think of it as showing someone the devastating effects of pollution and encouraging recycling, rather than just presenting statistics on landfill waste. Chip and Dan share a compelling example in their book about a factory manager grappling with an inconsistent and costly glove purchasing process. Instead of just presenting a report on the financial efficiencies, he took a far more impactful approach. He gathered all 424 different pairs of gloves the company was buying from various vendors at wildly different price points, and he piled them high on the boardroom table during a meeting with all the board members. The sheer visual absurdity of a mountain of gloves, the tangible evidence of the problem, created a powerful emotional response. It wasn't just a number on a page, it was a shocking illustration of waste and efficiency. The board members didn't need convincing with data. The elephant in their brains was wide awake and demanding change. They immediately grasped the insanity of the current system and were motivated to act. Third, make the path of change easy to follow, because human behavior is highly situational. We often underestimate the power of our environment. You might have attended a meeting where everyone enthusiastically agreed on a new initiative, only to see absolutely no progress afterwards. Why? Because the environment wasn't set up to support the change. It's like agreeing to eat healthier, but then still stocking your refrigerator with junk food. Human behavior is fluid and heavily influenced by context. To make the change stick, you need to create a path that makes the desired behavior the default or the easiest option. This means providing clear processes, the right tools, and consistent reinforcement. For example, if a company wants to encourage more collaboration, simply telling employees, "collaborate more," just won't work. They need to create an environment for collaboration by implementing shared online workspaces or scheduling cross-functional team meetings and recognizing collaborative efforts. It's about making the desired change the path of least resistance. So, if you're looking to drive change within your organization, remember the wisdom of switch. Focus on providing crystal clear direction for the rational rider. Tap into powerful emotion to move the elephant, and pave an easy path to navigate by shaping the environment. If you found this video helpful, give that like button a click for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe for more videos in the future. I'd love to hear your experiences on organizational change in the comments below. What strategies have you seen work or not worked? That's all for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.